Okay guys, I am here today to talk to you quickly about spider veins and telangiectasias and what they are. And I guess one of my patients just asked me a while ago this morning of what's a spider vein, and I figured I would just kind of dive into this a little bit. So basically, this is a small. So if you look at the skin of the body, here's the skin. And then you have like what we call the dermis. And then there's a fat layer where there's blood vessels running through it in cross section. Imagine that's underneath the skin. It's running, out into perspective wise. There are small little vessels within these little telangiectasias or spider veins, we would call them. They're spider veins if they're multiple, like the legs of a spider. But if there's just one, you might just consider it a telangiectasia. A telangiectasia is basically, spider veins are a cluster of telangiectasias, essentially. Now, all of these tiny little veins at the skin level and dermal level drain into a bigger vein, which is like this, which is more usually called a reticular vein. And then these themselves may perforate through the fat layers and drain into even bigger veins, which are called accessory veins. And then those themselves drain into the big veins that we call varicose veins. And then those veins themselves drain into even bigger veins, which are deep veins. And sometimes there are direct connections between, like perforator veins, etc. And essentially, the telangiectasia is this tiny 1 or 2 millimeter blood vessel in diameter that has become dilated and damaged. And the spider vein is more like a pattern, where it's like they all radiate out, and usually they radiate out actually from a larger feeder branch. And so that, sometimes when you're treating them as a physician, you can just put the needle right into this branch and inject backwards, and it will treat all of the spiders at the same time. Sometimes you get lucky like that, sometimes you don't. Aging, exposure to sun, genetics, pregnancy, venous insufficiency, a number of other things can cause these. They're not dangerous in the general sense. Sometimes they can underlie other conditions, but if you have spider veins, I wouldn't be freaking out. I would just say keep an eye on it, and if you're concerned, if you have too many or you notice them popping up, then go see a physician, a board-certified surgeon or a dermatologist, or somebody who is used to taking care of them and is willing to sit down and talk to you and educate you on what you're actually looking at. So I think that's all I have to tell you. If you like this video, please follow me at blackwoodvascular at gmail.com. You could write me an email to that address and I'll answer any questions with a video, or you can actually just keep watching these videos and like and subscribe.